Streaming it live with Mike Nasty. Rolling and strolling, Mike Nasty down. Hey Mike Nasty, hey Mike Nasty. Breaking today's top stories. You know what the top story is today? It's Sunday. It's Mike Nasty. Top story. You know what it is. Where's it at? The top story. It's a little early. That's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Who's on? Who are you? Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna wave to you. Hey, wave. I'm waving, baby. I'm waving. Hey, how are you? Who are you? I don't know, but this is Mike Nasty. How you doing? I can't read anything. What's up, sister? How you doing? This is Mike Nasty. We know what Sunday is. We got a trade. The big trade came in. You know where he went? Antonio Bell to the Raiders. The Raiders are going to be splashing and dashing. You know, they got 3 first-round picks. They just got a third and a fifth, I think it says. For the given. Pittsburgh Steelers, they trade him. 3-year deal. So Oakland in exchange for a third and a fifth-round pick. Pittsburgh has agreed to trade prolific but disgruntled Antonio Brown to Oakland in exchange for a third and a fifth-round pick. That's what they got for him, a third and a fifth for Antonio Brown. Going to the Raiders in silver and black. He says, I'm back, and I'm silver and black. So, he tweeted out. He got his deal. I mean, he's on there to the Raiders. The deal's worth $54.125 million, with $30 million guaranteed, and $38.9 left on his contract for the Steelers. So he made out. I'm only on the gram. Instagram. Where we at? Well, we're 2 minutes in. How's it going? I got 4 dogs upstairs that are going to drive me crazy. They're just not being quiet today. Watching everybody's dog. We're in the dog house today. A little one won't be quiet. And they don't have to be wild. I just took them out. So the Raiders traded Assimile. He was a draft pick here. He was with us for a while. Kelechi Assimile. He's going to the Jets. 9.7. So he was owed $11.2 million. The Chiefs, they released Houston. Been paying him $15 million. They released him. Linebackers released the cornerback Nevin Lawson. So there's another casualty to money. AB goes to the Raiders. The Chiefs pick up Hyde. Get Carlos Hyde. So looks like Le'Veon Bell ain't going there because they just picked up Hyde to a 1-year deal. $2.8 million, $1.6 million guaranteed. So Hyde's off the market. Cowboys restructure Sean Lee's deal. Chargers releasing the free safety move. Joe Adair. So he signed a 4-year, $22, and I'm going. What was it? Antonio Brown's deal. Tight end signing with the Dolphins. Allen. He signs with the Dolphins. He was by the pick. So the Dolphins got a man up. Ain't nobody coming on today. We're at 4 minutes. I don't got any suitors anyway. I just got Instagram. How you doing, Instagram? Instagram. Ain't got nobody else on the line. We're rolling and strolling. WWE. That's what we see. The WWE. I got 4 minutes in, 4 minutes in, and I'm rocking and rolling. Oh, Instagram, Instagram. Uh-oh, I'm frozen over here on the Facebook side. I was frozen. I was frozen in midair. I was like, that's what happens when you're sports talking on a Sunday. Live, everybody's out having dinner, doing their stuff. It's a Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon. Do 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 do. All right, all right. So we got Maryland Terps. On senior night, they ended up putting out a win 69-60. They played Minnesota. So they usually have, Colton Leah. How you doing, Colton Leah? Colt the dope. Leah. Hello, Leah. Hi, Leah. Hi, Colt. Watching on the big screen. All right, so Maryland Terps men, they go down to and they play Minnesota on senior night. There's three things that Maryland does. So down the stretch, when Cowan's hitting and he's able to produce and hit outside shots, and then he gets the ball inside the Fernando, opens up for Fernando. Fernando's a Big Ten Kareem Abdul-Jabbar finalist. For one of the best centers in the NCAA. So you got Fernando and Cowan when they work together. It'll make it. It'll make it. So they'll make it. As long as Cowan's producing. And the other night he had 22 points, opened up the offense. They spread him out. And then they got their other guy. They struggle when he's not making his shots, And then Morcell, when he doesn't turn the ball over, he's had 2 games, 68 minutes without a turnover. When they don't turn the ball over, they do well. And when Jalen Smith gets 15 points a game, G-Buck is on Instagram. Hey, G-Buck. Hey, G-Buck. What's up, G-Buck? You ready for sports stuff? My man Walter is on in the house. He's on the Instagram line. Walter's in the house. Walter's. I'm going to wave to you, Walter. Hi, Walter. I'm waving, Walter. I'm waving to Walter. I'm waving to Andy on Instagram. Hey, Walt. How you doing, buddy? Walter's in the house. Walter, you missed my beginning. I had to talk to air. I only had a couple of people on. But now my daughter's on, a couple other. Now G-Buck's coming on. G-Buck. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey. How you doing, 582? 582. How you doing? 0582. My glasses, I'm still blind. It's small there. I can't read your stuff, but I see G-Bucks waving. I see 0582 laughing, cracking, whatever you're doing. Hey. This is Mike Nasty, and we're rocking and rolling. So I told you, G-Buck. Antonio Brown went to the Raiders. Looks like old Gruden, old Chucky's going to make his moves. He's starting to make his moves out there. They got 3 first-round picks, and now they just got Antonio Brown to take place of Amari Cooper. That's kind of like getting Jerry Rice. That's the same thing like when the Raiders got Jerry Rice. Now a Carr can get him the ball. So he has somebody to throw to. That guy, 15 touchdowns. He's been leading the league. He's first in everything. So that's what the Steelers get. Now the Steelers got to regroup. They don't got Le'Veon now. So what are they doing? It's going to be Juju Schuster and Connor. That's their thing. With the guy that controls it all, Big Ben. They need to start getting the backup because Big Ben ain't going to be around much longer. But that's what that's what they're doing. That's where they're going to be. They're going to be, revamping. Man, they got to get younger. Juju Smith-Schuster said he's ready to be the number one target for Pittsburgh. Now Antonio Brown goes out there. He got his payday, so he kind of waited it out and he got what he wanted. He got out there. He wanted to be on the California side. He's not confused. He's doing his thing. He's out there. So all these signings that I was talking about, you had a whole bunch of Carlos Hyde. He goes to the Chiefs. So it looks like Le'Veon Bell isn't going to be running with the Chiefs. He tweeted that he was in contracts with the Chiefs, but he's not going there. So, and I was talking before about Maryland Terrapins. And that's Virginia and UNC share the ACC title because UNC North Carolina swept Duke in the season this year. And both times Williams got hurt the first time. Twisted his ankle. Hasn't been playing yet. Hasn't been back yet. This time they beat him 79-70. So they won again. So they share the title with Virginia. Purdue shares the Big Ten with Michigan. So there's a couple things that you got on the men's side. And the Orioles, they pick up another outfielder for the international slot signing. Their international slot, they give it away, and they pick up an outfielder, Dwight Smith from Toronto. Played for the Cubs many years ago. The kid was young when he was here. He was only 2, so he don't really remember Baltimore. But now he's coming through here. He's made an impact. They're going to put him in Sunday in Philly, see if he can get a spot on the team. But he's another guy that they acquire. And they have Cedric Mullins in the center field making his case to come, even though he's not batting very well, but he still has the integrity and the thing of the game, laying down a bunt, doing the little things, reading the counts. That's what Hyde's looking for. Your smartness of the game, how you're going to play the game. He's still making it with speed and effort. So, tracking balls down in center field. So he's making his effort to be here every day and to make the roster. And that's how he's doing it by, smart decisions, bringing the counts to 3-2, doing all the things that they look for. In the small ball world, too. He's laying down the bunt without, he laid the bunt down without the sign. He just decided that's what he was doing. That's how he attacked it. That's the Orioles. I did my skaters on that board. You look at my 27, I was skating. Anytime I do skaters, I always go, Walter, Walter. So, no skaters. We're going to take skating. We're going to do figure skating. We're going to pirouette. We're going to do the axles and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get into the figure skating championships. But the Orioles, yep, they're getting ready to come north. They signed all their non-tender guys. Most of the guys are signed up. So they're going to be bringing everybody north. Maryland women again, they advance again to the Big Ten finals. They beat Michigan State, and then they beat Michigan 73-72. Women, they have 1,000 wins. They finished in the Big Ten. This is their 4th time they've been there. They're either going to play Iowa or Rutgers. So Charles, the girl from Aberdeen, finished with 22 points. She's been the catalyst down the road in this Big Ten. They're going to be in the finals. So once again, there they go. Maryland women are very good. And they're getting it down there, and that's what they're doing. So they're winning and they're rolling. And here comes Annie. She's going to be peeking around the corner.
You can guess people in here and you can interact with them.
Oh, go ahead. That's G-Bucker.
Mm-hmm.
G-Bucker, who's that right there? I can't read this. Did you do it?
Just waiting for him to see if he can accept it.
Accept whatever she just did to you, G-Buck. She did something for you. Accept it on that Instagram. I think you can show up here and we can talk instead of you having to.
Yeah.
Accept whatever she sent to you. She's sending you something. Accept it.
So you can go live with them. There it is.
Hey, there you go. Hey, G-Buck, you big dummy. Hey, can you see me? It's split it in half. Now I can see you. We'll do the Chinese bowling team. And you just cut off. Dum-dum.
No, he ended it.
That was funny. That's good. Which one is it? That one?
It's the two faces.
Oh, yeah. Now, who's that? Who's that person?
I don't know.
Becky. I don't know Becky.
Probably people just follow you for your broadcast.
Pinkerton. Who's that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go hit it. Let's see who she is.
You wanna go live with her?
Yeah. See who it is.
She's gonna pop up.
She's gonna pop up. All right. Yeah. If you don't got no, oh, we got Charlie Sims over here. Hey, Charlie. I'm messing around with this thing on Facebook. Instagram. Hey, Instagram. I popped you up. Come on, Michelle.
You want Michelle?
I don't know. It says that she's waiting. I'm waiting for her. But so the Ravens put a tender on Patrick Ontar and Michael Pierce, second round tenders. So they get $3 million a year. If they match it, if somebody gets it, they'll get a second round pick for Onswell. They're saying that Pierce is supposed to be a first round, $4.4 million a year. If he gets picked up, they get a first round pick for him, but we don't know how that's going to go. I don't know all about that stuff, but that's some of the things that they've done. You know, they still don't have Mosley. He might not be talks might not be going well. They'll see what he does. You know, somebody gives them an offer sheet, see if they sign him. But they're working for most of their, you know, we're getting ready. Oh, it's the second round. They said first, second. One said first, and the other one I read before it said that they gave them both second rounds. That Pierce and Arnswar. But one before that said that Arnswar was a second and Pierce was supposed to be a first. So they gave them both seconds because either way, that's still value. If somebody takes them, you get some help. Everybody, the Chinese. Yeah, what happened? That was fun. You cut it off. G-Buck's on Instagram. I'll do it again. Accept it. Oh, you're not on there anymore. Andy's on there now. Get back on there, G-Buck. You're not on there. I can't go live with you. I don't know what happened. Wait. I'll hit you. I don't know. I'll do that again. Where's it? This money? Oh, no, that's their own money. All right, only Michelle's on there. Uh-oh. I ended you there on Instagram, buddy. Instagram, I jumped them off. I turned them off on Instagram, but that's Instagram. I got Dog Bark City. Let's go back. Come on. Guess it won't go. Yeah. So we got Charles, Chucky. Yeah, they said seconds. Seconds at first, but they both get a second round pick from. And everybody else is the Maryland guys. They come back Terps lacrosse. They beat Albany 14-9. If you follow lacrosse, Chucky, 14-9. So they come back from their loss to Notre Dame, and they ended up beating Albany 14-9. We got some basketball out there. Everybody's out there. Anybody home? Is anybody in here besides you, Charlie? You're the only guy on, Charlie. I had my daughter. I had G-Buck on Instagram. I was oh, Jimmy's on. Hey, Jim, how you doing? What's the weather like out there? Warm or you home? Is it nice out there? Jimmy Manning. I can't talk Orlando sports about out there for you, buddy. The Magic are good. Florida Marlins are mediocre. You got Tampa Bay. They'll be ahead of us in the division. But that's what you do. How you doing, Jim? So yeah, the Chiefs get Carlos Hyde and the other stuff out there. They said Lee restructured his deal for the Cowboys. He gets hurt too much. And that guy, the rookie that they had, he was very good. He was Van or whatever his name is, Van Houston. That guy was very good. I got this. You're in the dog house tonight. I got 5 dogs in this house. Or a neighbor selling their house, and she had to get her dog out. So her dog's here. I'm watching Grandma's dog. So this is called the dog house with Mike Nasty tonight, because they're going to be barking and screaming. And if the Dolphins get Allen from the Patriots, and that they grade that as a B for that trade. Antonio Brown goes to the Redskins. Eric Weddle joins the Rams. You saw all that. Amendola's around. You got Amendola. Hey, G-Buck, that cut off on me. I was messing around with you and it cut off. Bennett goes to the Patriots. They expect that deal. So that's all the free agent stuff that's been going on. So you got a lot of the guys moving around, guys getting cut. They got Collins, a safety that we could look for. All these safeties that are out there, Collins, all these guys are under 29, 26 years old. They're young. We need guys that can step in and call plays and be leaders. We can't afford to have a guy in center field that's a rookie learning. So I think they need to get a free agent out there to take Weddle's place. One of those Collins, Clinton Dix, guys like that. You got a couple other guys that are out there that are good. You got Thomas. Earl Thomas is too much. He's the guy from Seattle. He's going to be too much money for us. What is this? They have the rankings already, what they're going to do. What is this? We got who they have number one. Next season, they have the Rams ranked number 1. Then they have the Chiefs. Then they have New Orleans. Then they have the Patriots. Look, they give the Patriots number 4, and they're Super Bowl champs. As good as place is mentally physical has been sometimes, potential remains top priority. Then they got 5 is Los Angeles. All these things, you just get done. They're already saying these guys. Los Angeles is probably going to tank. You got the Bears at number 6. They were 12-4. That's pretty good. What's his name? Trubisky got in there. Then you got the Colts. The Colts with Mr. Luck. They got Baltimore at number 10. They got Pittsburgh at 11. They got Houston at 9. They got Seattle at 8. Let's see how far down they got Cleveland. See if they put Cleveland up here anyway. They got Philly at 12. Dallas at 13 at 10-6. Four teams. They got Cleveland at 15. Sales call. They sales call. But yeah, so they got They got Cleveland at 15, and then they got Green Bay at 16. So that's your power rankings for next year. That's where these guys are ranked for next year. In the NFL payday in the NFL. And you see Antonio Brown got a payday in the NFL. Now we got to see where Le'Veon Bell goes, and then we got to make sure the Joe Flacco deal goes through. Flacco going down, Case Keenum going to the Redskins. So there's been movement. There's been movement. We got to see where it all hangs out to. Foles is still out there. They say Jacksonville, but there's been nothing reported where he's going. You saw the couple deals now. Carlos Hyde to the Chiefs. You got the big one, Antonio Brown to the Raiders. I think that's a good move. Like I said, that's like Jerry Rice when they traded him. I think it's good. I think David Carr has somebody to throw to. I think they got to get a running game out there. Marshawn was out there, but he didn't do much. But I think they got to build on that. And then they got to get a better offensive line. They just traded similarly away to the Jets. So they need to, Carr, I think he got sacked the most. He can never stay up. So they got some work to do. Ravens got some work to do. Everybody has work to do. It's that time of year where they're going to be looking, and they say DeCosta is going to be in free agency. He hasn't really made a splash yet. I guess they're looking to see what they get. I hope that what's his name comes here, New Orleans running back. I'd like to see him. He's out there. They say who else was going to be up there? Oh, Collins. They said that they would get that safety. Collins would come here. But nothing said yet for the Ravens. They're still making their internal stuff. Nick Bowles, Tavon Young signing, giving them, restructuring them, giving them deals. Doing stuff like that. Letting go. They still haven't announced anything with Smith. What they're going to do with him, with Jimmy Smith. So they got a lot of stuff to do. They got Mosley to take care of. If they take care of them, they're letting them test the market, and they'd like to do that. They'd like to let the guys go out there and see what their value is. And if not, they get lucky, they get lucky. If they don't, they don't. Just like you view it, you view it. If you don't, you don't. Jimmy Maynard's in the house, everybody. Charlie Sims and Jimmy Maynard. And G-Buck was on there. G-Buck's back. G-Buck was on Instagram. We were having fun there, but I don't know what happened. My daughter taught me something new that I could mess around with. So that's what you do. Dumb. That's how we do it. Nobody's here, but that's all that's the signing so far that they've done. We have Wisconsin and OSU in our basketball, 31-16. That's something we need Ohio State to beat Wisconsin, so Maryland could get a bye. They would be the fourth instead of the fifth seed in the tournament, so they would get a bye for the Big Ten. But I don't think that's going to happen because Purdue was supposed to lose. I don't know. They needed a couple things to happen for them to get this double bye or a bye. I don't know if it's a double bye, but they needed some help. And it didn't look like they got it. Because right now in the second, Wisconsin's beating OSU 31-16. In the NBA, you got some stuff going on too. You got some NBAers. Toronto and Miami. Indianapolis and Philly 82-74. You got Houston and Dallas later, Milwaukee, San Antonio, Phoenix, Golden State. Women. Notre Dame and Louisville 99-79. Texas. ESPN. UConn took care of USF. We got Iowa. It's Iowa that's playing Maryland later on. for the Big Ten final. So the Maryland women got in. They're going to be playing Iowa for the Big Ten. Big Ten there. That's their fourth title. It's the fifth time they'll be looking for their fourth title. So Maryland women, they play at 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Iowa's 25-6. Iowa's number 10. Maryland was number 8. Maryland's looking to be a 1 seed if they win this. Get them back instead of a 2. They're trying to be a 1 seed in the tournament. See if they can. They beat Michigan State and Michigan, so they have to take care of the Michigan teams, and both those teams beat them in the regular season. But Charles put 22 points off each game. The lady, this is the lady Terps. The men Terps, they're waiting for their, like I said, they're waiting to see if they can be a 4 seed and get a couple of buys in this Big Ten. And the better they do in the Big Ten, the better off they'll be. You always got to make a good ranking at the end. We got some soccer stuff going on. DC United. Yeah, I live in Premier League, all these soccer things. Not a big soccer fan. If you are, I don't know, a soccer fan. Soccer, anybody. Go kick the ball. So, that's what I have. Let's see, anybody else? Charlie, you're the last thing on here. 3 times. G-Bug. And I have like I said, everybody, like G-Buck says, you got to look out for Cleveland this year. Cleveland's going to come around. Denver Broncos. See what they're going to do. Block the cat down here. Trying to go upstairs. You hear that? I got cats. I got dogs. We're raining cats. We're raining dogs in this house. Cats and dogs. Right, G-Buck? G-Buck, you got a cat and a dog? We got cats and dogs. NBA, we don't got a lot going on in the NBA. Hockey. Baltimore sports. Chris Davis making everybody crazy. He had a hip flexor. He didn't bat. He wasn't doing anything in the summer. They say to relax on Chris. But the Raiders taking a risk on Antonio Brown. Like I said, I don't think so. I think that's a good fit for them. Orioles lefty Josh Rogers. He's competing for a job. These pitchers are all coming in strong. They're coming in throwing heat, throwing at the batters. They're not pitching the outside of the plate. They're coming inside. They're different philosophy. With these pitchers today. Before, the old staff, they were pitching the corners, staying outside, staying away, staying low. Now they're letting them go at them. They're pitching sliders. They're pitching their best pitch, going inside. They want them to be at the plate. They want them to go ahead and get it. So Maryland won on 3 throws yesterday, the women. Charles hit the last 3, so they beat Michigan 73-72. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez are engaged, if you didn't see that stuff. Couple of relievers. Blair, he's one of their top guys that have been on the squad. He had a good outing for the Orioles. The Orioles the other day, they had 4 homers. They're still a home run ball team. They had 4 homers. They had 6 errors and a 17-15 win over Tampa Bay. That was the other game. So I told you they got a new outfielder, Dwight Jr. He's going to make a quick impression. He'll be playing today out there. Landon Collins, another NFL free agents. Don't know where they're going. Cedric Mullins making an impression as he pushes to remain the starting center fielder. So you get a tight end that travels to Maryland. Maryland football, this guy's done pretty good. He was 85 in recruits in the class. He was number 85. Now he brought his recruiting thing up to 48. So he got a couple 3 and 4 star guys to commit to him. So Loxley's made a little bit of a move at the time he's been here. He got a late start getting his staff together. When it came to the recruiting thing, half these guys were already in their commits, getting committed. But he's brought a couple guys, and now he's getting a tight end, a graduate transfer to come in. So, and like I said, he was 80. Their class was 86. Now he's 48. So he's gotten a couple guys to come in there, see if he could stay out of the, out of the media. And, I think they had a guy that they took the shot on just for precautions, but they made sure they made that stuff quickly and didn't mess around with it. In the pregame proposal, one of the Maryland Terrapins guy proposed to his girlfriend. Basketball guy proposed. Bender proposed to his girlfriend pregame. Kind of stuff is that, huh? That's like jogging in the pro road, yeah. But that's what they do. But that's good stuff for it. That's kind of, that boxer. They're trying Trey Mancini at first base. So that's the first time he's ever going to be playing, man. See what he does. What do you want, you dumb cat? So lacrosse. Towson's still number 1 in lacrosse. They take care of Jacksonville 15-13. Told you, Eric Weddle. They say in the NFL draft that we're targeting Josh Jacobs, the running back from Alabama. I'll still get Ingram from New Orleans first. But that's what they do. Somehow tough. They got Austin Hayes. The kid broke his foot. Now he's learning how to run again. They got him in the outfield. He's making his mark. So he's a guy that's going to platoon in the outfield with Joey Rickard and all those guys. So Santander. We got a bunch of guys they're bringing up. Like I said earlier, they've announced everybody on the 40-man roster. They still haven't filed everything else, but they give all those guys all set and ready to go. And a couple more week or so, they'll be bringing them here for opening day. See who they travel up here, up north, and they bring with them. Orioles are getting ready. You got free agency. You had the combine. If you're a sports fan, you watch the combine. These guys, a big 285 guys running 4.41. You got these little dudes doing 4.33s. You watch all that crazy stuff. I like watching the footwork and the speed of these guys. It's pretty, they didn't just grow up that way. They work at everything that they do. All the things they do, they put in their time. It isn't I wake up and I'm a goddess. They wake up and they go to work. They put their time in playing wherever they play, doing what they did. Going to different schools. different academies, playing 7-on-7s, football getting in all these leagues. So these football guys, baseball guys, they don't just go out there. Some of them might have natural talent, but they still build their talent to get where they are. And that's what it is. Look at these guys coming from the minors, battling to get up there. They're taking years and years before they get here. And they're polishing themselves up and doing what they got to do to get up here to make it to the majors. That's why I like watching great freaking games and going to the, Frederick Keys and stuff, because those kids are hustling. They're not hitting the ball and walking down the first base. They're hitting it and they're running, because they want to get there. So they got to show somebody something. And that's what it's about. I always tell my kids, when you're out there, you're always interviewed, no matter what you do. It's an interview. You're looking out there, somebody's looking at you somewhere. But if you want it, you'll do it. If you don't, you don't. So that's it for Sunday. This was an early Sunday. I gotta go upstairs and feed the madhouse. I got dogs everywhere. It's a dog eat dog world out here, and I got 4 of them, 5 of them upstairs. Maybe 6, because one of the cats, you can throw that thing chicken, it'll eat it right there. So I could have 6 dogs. I think that cat's down here by the door. But there we go. That's the Mike Nasty Sunday Sports Talk. Jim Maynard, good luck, buddy. Gave him my man Walter Buck and Charlie the Charles Sims. There's everybody that's on there. And whoever was on Instagram. I think Michelle was on Instagram. My daughter, G Buck. See y'all. To my little neighbors, if you're still watching me, how you doing, Leah? Leah and the Colt man. Colt man, he played lacrosse today. He was out there running, rocking and rolling, cradling and running up and down the place. Good job today, Colt man. So that's what they do. That's the Mike Nasty style. We're gonna end streams here. I'm gonna kick it for a Sunday. Kick it. Who's that?